what is the decision taking? Some things which right given a pattern next time it will not right. You will get of inputs and outputs. Inputs and outputs are no right. For example, a set of points. If you take this blood, this medicine, this is the output, this is the patient to get treated. So you know what is the set of cases you have to take. You know what the patient should get treated. So you know the inputs. You train for the given inputs and outputs. For a set of inputs and outputs, the network is trained. Once it is get trained, now it can identify any such kind of input, what is the output. So first, any machine learning algorithm has to be trained for set of inputs and outputs. Already mapped inputs and outputs. Once it is trained for a set of inputs and outputs, once it is trained, it will be tested for unknown inputs. For unknown inputs, also it can actually identify what is the output. So that's how machine learning operates. So most of the machine learning algorithms are black boxes. Right. So many students, other than computer science, they feel that I will not be able to operate machine learning or create algorithms because I am not good at coding. Right. Take it granted that all the AI algorithms, none of them require coding. AI applies to coding also. Right. Because only few people develop the algorithms. Most of them will use those algorithms. You need to know how to use those algorithms. You need not develop the algorithms. Very few, including all the engineers, including the computer science students, they don't develop the algorithms. Very few people develop the algorithms. Most of the people know how to use those algorithms. What are the inputs I have to do? What are the outputs I get? And how do I train? There are few steps that we need to follow. Like training data, you need to identify the proper data. For example, you want to identify drugs. You want to discover what is the symptoms of this drugs. Right? So you need to train your algorithm. There are some standard algorithms already existing in literature. You need to just use those algorithms, identify what are the inputs, what are the outputs. Right? You need to give for this inputs, you need the output. Right? For example, this drugs, these are the symptoms. And you need to train that algorithm for number of times, number of iterations. Once the algorithm connections are formed, when the algorithm is trained, now you give unknown inputs, tested inputs. Again, you can recognize the output. And then you can identify the accuracy at which it is recognizing the output. There are certain parameters, errors. What accuracy with which it is recognizing so that's how certain algorithms. It is also mapped to output and output. Right, just how much we will be able to identify. If I use certain inputs, we will be able to identify. So we have able to identify algorithms running also. We need to know. So especially Identify the so there are two ways socially algorithms are done. One is for supervised learning, second one is for unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is you know what are the inputs and outputs. Unsupervised you don't know what are our inputs and outputs. So unsupervised learning. These are two ways which learning algorithms
బ్యాక్ వస్తుంది దానికి ఫ్రంట్ కెమెరా వస్తుంది డిస్ప్లే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అడుగుతున్నాను
Right, so you know that drug is what is the drug. Right, so unsupervised and supervised learning.
దానిలో ఛార్జింగ్ అయిపోయి పెట్టారు
It's a replication of requirements. It's a replication of humanity. Probably I don't like this disconnection. Did you all hear about neural networks? Anyone heard about neural networks? Do you know neural networks? Not neural networks. Okay, you heard about neurons? Neurons. There are neurons. Are present in your nervous system, like present in your brain. Right, so neurons are present in your brain. They are very small cells. How these neurons are connected? Right, it is not this connection or memory or practice, definition of all facts. This is what has been implicated in networks. In neural networks, neurons, as I was saying, of the neurons of neural network will be formed. There are various layers of neurons. Input layer, right, hidden layer, the output layer. Now, how the connection is formed? Based on the connection, the knowledge happens. Based on the connections, the intelligence develops. Right, so these connections have some details. Interior connections are software connections are based on the weights of this connection. We will have the data storing or the intelligence development. So these are input layer neurons where we will give inputs. And what the inputs to our body, how we get our sensors, right? And someone touches the sensors or receptors will give us input. So this is the input layer of neurons which gives us input. This layer of neurons process the data. There is an output layer which gives us output. So this connection is the one weights. There are weights. So these connections is modified. Connections get modified. Of course, again, I'm saying these all in only free. Actually, taking all these things may not done. You just need to know what is the algorithm, what are the inputs to the algorithm, what are the inputs. That's it.
Question का answer ये लाएगा last point now. White coding. The white has white coding. Right. Of the generation for the period. White coding. White coding is flow coding. You don't need to code. You need to know how to use it. How to prompt it, how to generate the code out of it and develop application. So we cover some website, we cover some models, only generative AI with technologies. There are many models. There are many models that are available in the commercial models that are available in the market. Anyone knows what are the parts of chat activities or what are the other activities you know? AI models. What is it? What are the other models? Gemini. All of you know Gemini. Gemini is which model? Gemini is Google's. Next, Grok. Elon Musk, right? Grok is Elon Musk's model, right? Then Grok is Elon Musk's model. So perplexity, model developed by AI, developed by India, is developed by India, right? India, of course, is settled in US. He has developed a model which is very popular. It has competed with Google also. So perplexity actually combines features of all these popular AI models, including Gemini. It gets the data from all these popular AI models. So perplexity is the next future, right? It is something which is definitely going to make it big. So we need to know how to use models. Even your drug discovery or drug search or develop new proteins. I don't know, that is what I found, because I'm not good at pharmacy background. Right? If you want to change the protein structure, you need to experiment with different protein structures. So you need not do it. You can give it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT can do it. You will try with different structures, right? Different structures, and then it will give you the validated results. You can act upon the results. So those are the kind of things that we develop in GPTs. Right? So we got so this is what it is. So AI, machine learning, deep learning. Now it is generative AI. So these are all evolving things. Right? So generative AI is a part of it. Right? So as you go deeper and deeper, now we have got something called generative AI. AI is starting with machine learning, deep learning, neural networks, and now generative AI. So this is how the things have evolved. Right? So generative AI, what is the new thing in generative AI? It can create content. Right? Other AIs, the conventional AIs will only analyze the data. Right? But apart from analyzing, it can create and generate its own content. That's what is the ability of generative AI. Right? It showcases the shift from AI that primarily analyzes and predicts. And AI actively creates and innovates something new. So everything it develops on its own. Right? It will develop a code elements to be called a protein success. Because what does it do? It continuously learns from whatever data is available online. Google knows the data is continuously mature now. So everything is available on Google. The protein structure, any structure, any drug, everything is available on Google. So it will learn from it is as if it already knowledge professor is sitting beside it. So at every minute it is learning, every second it is learning. Professor will get saturated after some time. But this algorithms continuously learn. So definitely we need to know how to use them. And for using that, you don't need code. Coding also will. Algorithm extra order, input at my power, output on this coding career. This is what is important. So this is how this generative AI works. Right? So you give text as input. Always generative AI, whatever you will always give it as text. Whatever you give, it will take as text. Because it is large language learning model. Everything that it understands is text, language. The large language then it generates tokens for internet, right? And then the data is in the form of vectors. Then large language model is analyzing it, right? From the patterns, whatever it has got it, developing output. So any of this will not go into use. So this is about the AI conventionally, how AI has evolved, right? Artificial machine learning, deep learning, and then now generative AI. So starting it has started from AI, gone to machine learning, from machine learning gone to neural networks deep neural networks, and then further into generative AI. So generative AI, apart from analyzing and prediction, it also can create new knowledge. That's the advantage of generative. So what are the challenges facing for that? Now this is all right. This is not from the fundamental basics, but whatever I do get the knowledge, probably forgive me if I am not perfect in this. What are the challenges in drug discovery? Right, I think all of us know. In COVID times, whenever you are discovering a new drug, it takes time for trials, right? And there are high failure rates because I have my own friends working in biotech industries. They say that they take a lot of time to discover one proper formula of drug. And one proper formula drug, if they are discovered, it is working well, the company survives for generations. Right, that's what they say. So, but it takes a lot of minds, long time, endless years, high failure rates, complex biological systems. A lot of investment goes on to it. Rising R&D costs. So definitely our pharmacy and drug discovery needs generative AI. It's going to cut down the cost like anything. So you being the next generation, you need to know how to use ChatGPT or generative AI for these purposes. Because the one thing is practical. Right? You should be able to reduce the time that is required. Already in a scientific reporting using over, but not by learning human depth or in a research knowledge possible. But you should be able to use ChatGPT for that purpose. You should be able to use generative AI for that purpose. Right? So you may not be able to compete with the scientists directly on their knowledge, but definitely you will be able to compete with the scientists based on your ability to operate generative AI. So you want to learn that. Right? So all this time can be reduced. 10 plus years of long times, high value rates, complex. So I'm not saying it can be zeroed down, but definitely it can be reduced beyond 50%. Right? So that is what so AI makes protein structure prediction. And I don't know all this, but can make protein structure prediction, right? Repurposing and screening, predictive models for admit, literature mining, all this what AI can do, right? So these are the popular tools for drug discovery. And all of you can explore these popular tools. Right? I just got a browse out of it. I didn't use it on this, but I only have used IBM Watson. IBM Watson is a popular machine learning tool. Right? For students, 1 year, IBM Watson is free. The Kali on the blocks, the IBM Watson will be true. Right? You should learn. So AlphaFold. You know what is Alphabet company? Alphabet company. Alphabet company. Alphabet. Everyone knows. Alphabet is the mother of Google. Google has originated from Alphabet. So Alphabet has multiple companies. One of those companies is AlphaFold. AlphaFold structural biology, evolution. So AlphaFold, you have to explore AlphaFold as a tool. It is very much useful for protein structure identification, like protein structure determinations and all. There are some more tools for DBT, chemical formulas, chemical toolboxes you can find in DBT, right? Molecular properties, right, etc. The Fixino basic AI language. IBM Watson explaining for target research. So these are some tools that are useful, right? Just have to explore them further because these are all evolving, they are just evolving. So try to use them, try to understand how they are being used, how these tools can be used for your pharmacy. They are very much relevant to your pharmacy, tools very much relevant to your pharmacy. Especially AlphaFold operates on deep learning mechanism of Gemini. Right, so Gemini is the most intelligent GPTs. Right, so AlphaFold you have explored. So basically, what is it for? All of you have at least one programming language. Do you know programming language? Do you program something? No, any of it. You have to learn one programming language, at least Python. Python is one programming language which you can learn very easily. Online over the textbooks. ఎందుకంటే ఒక ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకుంటే మీకు కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వస్తుంది how they use tools. So it is very easy. You're not going deep, but some basics of Python you need to know. Right? Right? You can learn Python, and then you can use tools like AlphaFold, DBT, data visualization, interpretation. You will become the next gen pharmacy students only if you have this kind of learning pattern happening. Right? You need to learn some Python code at least. Right? Then start using the machine learning, using the generative AI algorithms. And so this is the flow which you can use. Learn some basics of Python, some machine learning concepts, and then you can use all the GPTs. All the GPTs. You can start doing live coding, develop your own applications, develop your own websites. Everything you can do. So these are some case studies which you have got. I'm very sure. They have solved 50 years of protein folding problem. I don't know what is protein folding problem. They say that in 50 years, this problem of existing nothing but protein folding problem, where at least 20 million plus predicted protein structures, where use antibiotics and vaccine development. So all this use in antibiotic and vaccine development. So all this was done by using alpha fold. Alpha fold is one such tool which can explore all the science. Right? And instruments, AI-generated fibers, but it is target discovery via mathematics and molecule generation via chemistry, reach phase 2 trials. Record that. I think all your qualification phase 1 trials, phase 2 trials. Right. So these trials on animals, etc., they can be done in no time. That's the advantage of this. Right. So this is about the various artificial intelligence that are available. So I expect a lot of now, I would just like to share one pharmacy student. Right. See, I am actually, I am taking care of now university something called Center for Innovation Incubation Entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? What do you mean by entrepreneurship? Startup. What is a startup? Startup what day? What is a startup according to you? Anyone knows what's a startup? Any example of a startup? Byju's. Come. Byju's. Come. Rapido. Come. What are the other startups? Okay. So we take care of student startups. Now, this is an age where we come up with innovative ideas to solve problems. Our problems. Are being able to identify one problem and as a team being able to provide a solution. Right? And once the solution is for many, it can be converted into a business. Right? That is startups. Startups are very much required. Why startups are required? Startups are very much required. Why startups are required? See, if you see, most of the Indian economy is in two hands. On any businesses, on any products, Tata, Reliance, there are a handful of 1,000 companies who are selling the entire products for all people. So obviously, rich will become richer, poor will become poor. There is a lot of economy. So economy gap down, let me tell you, startups, companies. So we are growing new companies, new innovative ideas. And we gathered not just for our university, but all the colleges surrounding us. So I am from KLH. Some student from pharmacy of this college wants to discover a new drug. You have a new drug. You want to test it. You have a new idea in your brain. You want to test it. You want to convert it into a product and then to a startup. You can always approach us. We will provide you the funding, networking, first whatever you need. We will provide you to convert yourself to business startup. Right. One such student is this. Right. I think all of you know Bapatla Pharmacy College. You might have heard it. So I have gone there to give a lecture on entrepreneurship. So the lecture I have gone there to give a lecture on entrepreneurship. So that student was very curious in making his own idea work. What was his idea? All of you do experiments in laboratory. Okay. I don't know. You will be generally having all the medical and pharmacy students, we have animal bicycles, right? You have to cut the animals. Right? But legally, now typically cutting off animal seeds and it's a big done. So this student has come up with a new idea of using AR. The government AR. He has developed a switch for conducting by pharmacy experiments by using AR tool. So virtually you can see all the animals, you can cut the animals, you can do whatever experiment you are planning to do on those animals virtually, without actually dissecting the animals. So that is what I think is a problem which has come in its class. It's found that in future, his juniors are not going to get the animals to cut and do the experiments. So what he has done is he has done this. Yeah, this is what you can see. She is a student of the pharmacy. She is wearing this AR headset and she is doing an experiment just like on the screen. You can see there is a bag, right? And she is actually cutting that bag virtually. She's not doing it literally, but she's doing virtually. Virtually with lab experiment areas. She is doing on AR, VR too, right? So they have tested the outcome also on how much she has learned in real lab by using AR, VR lab. They found that this is doing well and they have developed this product. So they have developed this product. So after listening to session entrepreneurship, he has approached us. We have given him 2 lakhs funding and he has developed this product. Right. So he's a pharmacy student. I think all of you know LinkedIn. LinkedIn does up. LinkedIn what? So he has connected many AR engineers on LinkedIn. He doesn't know how to do AR. But he only has an idea and a problem. So passion, idea, problem statement is changed over there. These are not changed. That's what this fellow has done. Now he has developed a product. He's planning to sell this product to the country. Slowly people are suggesting him to do it for even medical students also. So he'll be a big fortune in future. So all of the medical experiments can do AR, VR. So that's something a product developed by a pharmacy student. The pharmacy student. This is an example of how entrepreneurship can be. Slowly, I think definitely this becomes a big thing. Because according to ethical rights, I know there is some body pharmacy avoids chopping of animals. Right. So that is what the school will be very much useful. So this is one example of how entrepreneurs evolve. So only one check code Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, all these are big guns. They have started at your age, 2021. 20, 18, 19, 20, 21 years, so everything has been built. So if you have a problem around you, if you have a solution, try to reach out to the faculty, you can approach us as an incubation center. We have our responsibility is to identify the talent across all the state. Whatever talent we want to solve this problem, we can fund you and we can make you develop the product. This is what, from my side, if you have any idea, please share to your head of department. We'll be there to support you and develop that idea in the product. Okay. So all of you know what is an incubation center? Incubation center and daily. As incubation center, incubation center. I think being a pharmacy student, I think what is incubation center? What is an incubator? What is an incubator? Incubator, where are incubators? Right, incubators are the hospitals. Right, when baby is mothers, they will get all the ideal conditions. But when babies get out the real world, baby may not survive immediately. So first incubator everything. Once the baby gets everything properly, right on the oxygen, all the limbs are working well, then the baby is get out in the real world. The same way, the incubators are ideas. Those ideas are like small babies. The ideas to protect that idea. So incubators will provide all the required facilities to safeguard the idea, nurture your idea, and convert it into a prototype and then to a product and into a startup. So we are there. Many incubators are there around us. So please, this is the right place to do it. We have some ideas. Come up with that. We will support you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So informative. And I hope this will be an introduction to the pharma students so that they can develop some new ideas. Your lecturing speech. So actually, sir, I have some models At present, the pharma industry is doing some reformulations and products. Some people are using some of these areas for carrying out reformulation studies and all. So, and you really use regarding this.
What are the processes? Not basically from that. What I will say is, what are the repetitive tasks which will be taken? All the repetition tasks. Like also there is some intelligence also. Like such kind of. There is a lot of interpret of all the variables available to the net. A models are learning. Like I mean, coding structure is such a important thing. So every day it learns what the structure is from that's all the ability. So all the trials definitely slowly reduce the trial times and sequence reduce. The protein structure iteration will require to change different structures for that also to reduce. So definitely AI will this art versus any besides repetition work which can be tested iteratively will be reduced in the future. That is what I think. So,
Calculation of weight and all those can also be made.
calculation of weight.
Yes, actually, in reform studies, they have uniformity of weight, not necessarily like weight. So, because these uniform weights, obviously, that can be done. They can only procure the data from which is as an insight. With some comparison.
No, but then if you have a linear relationship between those weight and composition something like that, they are getting good accuracy. There is some linear relation between compounds and weight. How they can do it, also can be possible.
Thank you so much, sir, for a very session, and it is really useful for everyone of us to learn about the present existing AI, which is very useful for the future also. First and foremost, we express our deepest gratitude to our eminent resource person, Dr. K. Narasimha sir, for our enlightening and thought-provoking session.
As a token of gratitude, we now request our delegates to kindly consider the honorable resource person, Dr. K. Narasimha sir.
Thank you so much for the great session. Essential tasks for our chairperson, Dr. P. Bhargav Bhushan also, your presence added the different staff in the session. We are truly grateful.
May I request our chairperson, Dr. P. Bhargav Bhushan also to kindly
We are especially in time in something to organizing over the system and for offering value. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dignitaries. The presentation, the poster, and the spot registration presentations will be held at the regular block So I request those who are having presentation can go to the Nebula blog for the assigned groups and go with your presentation. Those who are not having presentation, they will be having an workshop on dogging, FTIR and spectropolarimetry hands-on training program in the Central Instrumentation Lab, Tirupur, Kerala. So I request those who are not having any presentation gather at the third floor of Kerala. Once again, first that those who are not having any presentation, they will be having workshop on dogging, FTIR and spectropolarimetry in the Central Instrumentation Lab, third floor of Kerala. So those who are not having this presentation can gather at the third floor of Kerala. Those who are having presentation can go to the concerned group for their presentation.